This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so this is a demo session of portfolio project management PPM as for HANA. So in this course, we are going to cover all the best practices scenario given in SAP portfolio project management, and we'll take industry real-time business cases. Okay, so I will take 2-3 cases from my side. If you are already having some scenarios, or if you are already working on some project, and if you want to discuss any scenarios from your project side, we can discuss that one also. I will describe all the configuration. So what will be our approach? First, we'll discuss the business scenario. Then second, we'll discuss how we can map this business scenario in PPM system, and then we'll perform the transactions. And further, we'll see how we can control all the transactions from the configuration side as per business requirement. Okay, so we will provide you all the customized study document. We will provide you certification material, sample BVP, some of user manual, and some configuration document. Okay, that is a standard configuration document. It is not specific to any project, but yes, it will help you to understand the configuration nodes. You will get all the recordings and material access through our app. We are having a specific app, myvandu.com, okay, which you can access through Android and iOS, both the places. For any further queries, you can contact us on training@myvandu.com. Okay, so here, this course basically, who is this course for? Okay, so any person who is having the experience in project management, okay, they can go for this course, okay, and or SAP consultants who are already having some experience in some other modules like PS or CPM, commercial project management, or sales and distribution, SCM. So any other module consultant also can join this course. Fresher BTech, the people, the person who want to make his career in SAP, so they can start from this course, portfolio project management, because I'm going to cover here basics of SAP along with how you can map the basic cycle in project system, and then further how you can move to portfolio project management to understand the complete business process. And then if anybody is having already some end user experience in PPM or in the project system, they can go for this course. So here this will be around 35 hours of course, in-depth online live training. Sometimes it is also finishing before 35 hours. It's depend how participants are interacting in the course. And we'll provide you the S4HANA system access for the practice, and then you will get all the recorded sessions through MyVandu app, and you will get some assignment, and then study material, and then final test. Some mock interview also we are having if participants are interested. Okay, then course completion certificate. You will get one course completion certificate that you have taken 2 months of course of SAP PPM portfolio project management. That is a online or this project specific course. Okay, so here the goal is to explain all the configuration, carry out all the customized settings, integration with SAP PPM object to SAP ERP for cost calculation, the integration with project system, CPM, commercial project management, internal order, and Microsoft project. Okay, so here we will go in depth to understand the configuration and the integration with PS and HCM. Okay, but with the CPM, it will be only the integration overview, and same will be MSP also, Microsoft project. Overview on SAP PPM with the standard Fury apps. So first we'll go with the NetWeaver business client, and then last we'll see how we can access all the transactions through Fury app. I'll let you know what are the Fury apps are given in standard SAP S4HANA PPM system, okay, and how it is useful, the approach, how you should go for the learning perspective from the NetWeaver to Fury. Okay, and we are covering all the certification contents of SAP PPM. Okay, so this is the course code C_S4PPM_1909 SAP Certified Application Associate. So we are covering all the course contents here. In India, directly you can go for the exam. Okay, so there is no need to take any certificate from your organization or any real-time experience like how it was earlier. Now it's open directly. You can go for the certification exam just after this training. Okay. Next agenda of this PPT is to just provide you EPPM overview, Enterprise Portfolio Project Management overview, and then S4HANA capabilities overview. PPM S4HANA capability overviews, and then we'll see Fury to access the SAP PPM. So I'll just show you some Fury tiles, how you can access the different transactions in SAP PPM. Then course content and strategy for certification we'll discuss. So the first question comes whenever we are going to understand any project. Okay. So anyway, portfolio project management, the name is given portfolio and project management. So what we are doing here, we are managing our portfolio and along with the project which we are executing to achieve the mission and vision of the organization in the form of portfolio. Okay, so that is our main objectives to implement this module, portfolio project management. So when we are going to understand the project, in that case, we need to understand that we are having two different type of project. First is internally financed, where the project will be financed internally by the organization, and then externally financed, where the project will be financed by the customer, any external party. Internally financed project, further we can divide into investment project and overhead cost project. So investment project, when as an organization we are starting any project by with the objective of investment, okay, and then accordingly we are checking whether this project will be useful for us or what is the benefit to execute this project. Okay, so all these things we are calculating in the advance and then we are executing it. So here the project that initially causes cost. So whenever we are executing this type of project, cost will be incurred initially, and then this may generate revenue or provide other benefits after certain time period. So these benefits may be tangible or intangible. Okay. Then here no customer. So when we are talking about investment project, there will be no customer, no initial revenue. Like if we as a organization just we want to construct our head office, or let's say you as an individual, you just want to construct your house, or you just want to buy one flat, then you want to, or just you want to do some interior in your project in your house. So that is also one investment project. Okay. So here no customer, it is not for any customer. Internally it has to be financed. Okay, and no revenue because we are not selling anything, so there will not be any revenue in this case. Then periodic capitalization to AUC. So whatever the amount you are spending, let's say when you are buying any house, okay, so it means it is going to become your asset. Or let's say if you are constructing any house, okay, so in that case, when you are in the process of executing this project, whatever the cost you are incurring, it is getting added into your asset value. So when the asset is not delivered finally, till then it will be called as a AUC, asset under construction. So whatever the cost is getting incurred, that will be added up in the value of AUC. Once your product is ready, once your house is ready, then you will have one final asset. Okay, and once you are occupying, once you are taking over this asset, okay, that asset will be considered as a proper asset in the system, and then the value whatever you have incurred periodically in the AUC, that will be capitalized to asset. Okay, and then this is your asset value. So here whatever the amount you are incurring in investment project, that will be finally capitalized to asset. Okay, and then the example, acquisition of fixed asset, investment in research and development. You can implement this kind of project in IM, investment management, project system, controlling, FI, finance, PPM and CPM, portfolio project management, and CPM, commercial project management. Next is overhead cost project, where you don't have any revenue. Whatever the expenses you are having, that has to be transferred, that has to be incurred into expense account, that has to be settled in expense account, because it's not asset and you are not selling anything, so you don't have any revenue that side also. Let's say whatever the maintenance charges you are paying, so that is a overhead. Okay, because that is not an investment. let's say you are having your own plant, okay, and in plant you already having some machines. So if you are upgrading that machines in maintenance, let's say if you are replacing some part, big part which is having big value, so in that case it will increase the value of your asset. So that is an investment portion where you are going to capitalize, settle your cost into asset, that is your machine. But whatever the work you are doing, let's say if you are replacing any small part, nut and bolt, or if you are putting some mobi oil, so in that case these all are the expenses, directly has to be taken into expense account. Another example, let's say if you are executing any project where you are having some stationery, you need some stationery to do your all day to day activities, so in that case that is also expenses for your project. Here we will know we will not have any customer, no initial revenue, capitalization to cost center like R&D project, PSCO, PPM, and CPM. These are the modules which are which can help us to manage the business process in any cost project. Next is externally financed project. These are the customer project, means it will be financed by the external party. Here the project are executed as per the customer requirement, and then strategy to execute project to achieve organization goal. Customer will have revenue, we will have capitalization to product or project in last. And then example is engineering, construction and operation, or MTO, make to order, where we are getting any demand and then we are manufacturing it. So we can do it, we can manage it in PES, SDCO, PPM and CPM. Here PPM, enterprise portfolio project management. So here we are understanding what is the project types. So we are having three different type of project: investment project, overhead cost project, and customer project. Okay, next, what exactly the SAP has given the solution to manage your all kind of project. Okay, so earlier, like in this initial slide, how I'm giving the option, if it is investment project, go with the investment management module, go with the project system, go with the portfolio project management. If it is a customer project, go with the go with the PES project system, go with the CPM commercial project management. So here SAP has taken all these different modules in one package. Okay, so now we are calling this package as a EPPM, Enterprise Portfolio Project Management. So here EPPM is having three major modules. One is a project system, another is a portfolio project management, and third is a commercial project management. Okay, so project system is the core module which is being used to manage account assignment, means whatever the cost you are going to incur or whatever the revenue you are going to incur on your project, that has to be managed through some account assignment object. So here the project system, it is facilitating us to manage or control all these cost or revenue through WBS, work breakdown structure, or network activities. Here project system, it is a controlling module. It is tightly integrated with other core modules. So here it is integration with other core module, manage project detail planning and execution. Here portfolio project management, further it is having two components. One is a portfolio management, another is a project management. So technically the name of portfolio management is a PPM PFM. Okay, this one. And project management is a PPM PRO. It is our choice whether you want to implement these both some module, or you can implement together or individual. This is your choice. So you need to activate individual component accordingly. Okay. So what portfolio is doing here, it is helping us to manage the portfolio structure, pre-investment analysis. So whenever you are going to start any investment project, in that case you can do pre-investment analysis. You can calculate your NPV, net present value. You can calculate IRR, internal rate of return. You can calculate payback period. So accordingly you can decide whether this project will be beneficial for us or not. Okay, and once your project is in the execution phase, you can manage, you can control your project. You can check all the progress of your project in the form of decision point or phases or stage gates. Here it is helping us to plan our initial financial and capacity planning. You can manage, you can check, you can monitor your all the actual financial values or capacity values and back to your portfolio. Review and simulation, you can review your project anytime. If it is fitting as per your organization's need, you can continue with that project. Otherwise, you can drop it. You can close this project here itself. Accounting, integration with accounting system. So here, accounting system, when we are saying accounting system, we are having two options to manage your accounting. First is a project system, and another is an internal order. Then once your project is decided that you are going with this project in portfolio management, then it will proceed for the execution. So we are having two options to manage your project, whether you can go with the project system or you can go with the portfolio. This project management option, PPM, PRO. Okay, so here from PPM, PFM, portfolio management, you can move to the project system or you can move to project management. It is up to you. It is as per organization requirement. So here the project management is helping us to manage the project in the form of project structure, role-based resource planning. We are having task, role-based, cost and revenue rate, integration with the accounting system, work confirmation through CADs. So what major functionality it is giving? We can manage your project from portfolio to project management, and further for accounting purpose you can integrate with project system also. So you are having two different directions. You can move from portfolio to project system, or from portfolio to project management, then project management to project system. Okay, so whatever the project you are going to execute, that you need to create the structure like task, whatever the task you need to perform for this project, and this individual task will be assigned to individual responsible person in the form of rules. Okay, and then it will automatically reach to the responsible person's inbox, and whenever this work will be completed, then individual person has to confirm that particular task back to your project management. So it is very interactive module. Okay, here in this course we are going to cover deeply portfolio management, project management, and then overview of project system. Third is commercial project management. Okay, this component, this particular module is having three components. One is a workspace, another is a cost and revenue planning, and third is the issue and change management. Workspace, it is giving us the functionality to see your project 360-degree. So you can check everything starting to end. Team planning is there, risk management is there, activity assignment is status and review. You can plan your cost in integrated way within analysis office. And then we are having issue and change management. So here it is, we are using issue and change management to manage your issues. Yeah. So here combinedly you can see this component, how EPPM, how it looks. Enterprise portfolio project management. In portfolio management, here it is a PPM, portfolio project management. You are having portfolio management, you are having project management, you are having analytics within it. So we are having BI reporting, inbuilt BI reportings. No need to go separate BI system. Inbuilt in PPM itself, we are having BI component which we can activate to see different reports. Okay, and here the commercial project management, CPM, it is a best suitable for the commercial project, customer projects. Okay, similarly, portfolio project management is best for investment project, but it doesn't mean we cannot use it for customer project. Okay, we can use it, but whatever the functionalities we are having, it is the best suitable for investment project. Project system comes here. Project system is tightly integrated with all the core modules. Okay, and the PPM is integrated with your MRS system, HCM system, CAD system. Okay, PS, FICO. So all these modules are integrated with PPM system. Another is the enterprise project connection. This module is recently added here in S4HANA. Okay, so here this enterprise project connection, EPC, it is helping us to integrate PPM with Primavera or MSP. Okay, so there is a specific requirement where we can use it. So now this entire EPPM system is available in core, SAP core. Earlier we were using PPM and CPM as an add-on. Okay, before the version of S4HANA 1709. So customer used to buy it separately, separate server, or it was being installed on same system. After S4HANA, it was being installed on the same S4HANA core system as an add-on. Okay, so this was not as a default deliverable with the SAP S4HANA, but after 1709, it became a default deliverable. So whenever we are buying S4HANA core system, these modules will be available automatically. No need to go separately for any add-on or anything. Licensing part is a separate, but the module will be available in your core system itself. So once it came in the core system, then demand became very high in the market. Okay, because now customer they don't have any issue to start for an implementation. Whatever the functionality they need from the different modules, whether it is a PPM or CPM, they can go directly. It doesn't require any additional server or any add-on or anything. So it is easy to handle now. Okay, licensing is separate. Even licensing also it make very easy. So that's why we are having lots of opening in PPM and CPM. If you see nowadays, there are lots of implementations are going on in India or in the Europe and in US in the same EPPM, CPM and PPM scenario modules. That is the main reason. So do you have any question here, please? Ahmed.
Not yet.
Okay, so let us understand combinedly this enterprise portfolio project management. Okay, so enterprise portfolio project management, here portfolio management, resource management, and project management. And these are the three different things which we understand in this portfolio and project management. Portfolio management and project management. Okay, and resource management is also part of project management, and some area comes within portfolio management. These are the different organizations where we are using this implementation, like capital, R&D, innovation, IT companies, and commercial. That is the same building block. Manage project life cycle. What exactly we are having here? So how exactly we can understand the complete implementation of EPPM, Enterprise Portfolio Project Management? The first is strategy, then idea and concept, then project proposal, then project planning, and then resource allocation, and then execution and monitoring. So here different modules are helping us to manage our business processes in different phases of this complete project life cycle. Strategy, here this is a corporate strategy. Okay, so even before starting any startup or any forming any organization, they used to have some strategy. They are having their vision and mission of the organization. So first they need to define the strategy. For defining the strategy, we are having a separate modules. Okay, and we can manage the strategies in the PPM itself in the portfolio analysis. Okay, through which we can derive how we are achieving our goals towards our strategy. Okay, second, once it is decided what is your strategy, you are having already all the strategic rules, how you need to go, how you need to perform to achieve your mission and vision of the organization. Then it will go to idea and concept management. So here we are having one more module called innovation management. Okay, so innovation management, it is facilitating us to create any ideas or any proposals at the initial stage, very initial stage. Any idea you can create. Okay, not proposal exactly, ideas, and these ideas will go for the voting and for the approval. Once it is a suitable, once it is approved, then it will go to the next stage of proposal creation. So here proposal creation, you can manage it in portfolio project management. Okay, once your project proposal is ready, it will go for approval. Once it is approved, then it will go for the detailed project planning in PPM itself. Once it is done here, then resource will be allocated to execute the task and the project, and then finally it will be executed. So here this portion, resource allocation, we can manage it in PPM itself, and execution and monitoring, that finally it will move to project system. Okay, so here majorly we are interacting with three different modules. First is innovation management, second is a portfolio and project management, and third is a project system. So when we are going towards, when we are going through all these phases, so there are different level where all these been taken care. Let's say this is a strategic level when your idea and concept is going to be approved, then it will go to the next level here where project proposal will be approved, and then it is going for the project planning. Then here it is a technical level. Okay, so here project management, resource allocation will happen, and then finally it will go for the execution where uh, it is the operational level where all the individual employee has to perform. They need to complete the task, and then it will be finally monitored. Yeah, so here we are having how we are having strategy. Okay, you can see here this is a portfolio. Basically here this slide I have taken with reference to portfolio project management. In PPM itself, how you can understand the strategy. So portfolio, like how the name portfolio means you can define, you can keep your similar project at one place. Okay, and you can analyze it further. So this where we are keeping similar project, similar nature of project at the same place, we are calling it as a portfolio. Okay, so here with reference to that portfolio we can define the strategy. So here in this example, this is a capital project, okay, which is we have created for uh, like for the energy. Okay, here you can see that is for energy. So here renewable energy or fossil energy or nuclear energy, then further fossil gas energy. So how we can generate all these energies, and then how we can define the strategies. So here in PPM itself, you can define the strategy. Portfolio bucket, you can define multi-level portfolio hierarchies, alternative portfolio hierarchies, portfolio analytics, and roll up. Next is idea and concept. So once you have defined your portfolio strategies, okay, then it will go for idea and concept. So here there is a separate module which is helping us where we can create ideas. So here collect and evaluate ideas, campaign landing pages, then easy to use idea submission process. Participants updated through feeds, so they can write the comments, or from the different places we can plug in the information to collect here. Then social collaboration for comments and discussion, and finally it will be voted. Once it is voted, then it will go for the approval. Once it is approved, then it will go to the next level. So here idea selection, here assess feasibility, technical risk, and probability of commercial success, handover ideas to product and project proposal, integration with SAP PPM, success of ideas tracked through the complete life cycle, similarity analysis, expert finder. So all these things will be managed here. Okay, so finally it is the stage when we are going through the technical analysis of any idea, and then finally it is going to approved. Once it is approved, it will go for the project proposal. So here you can see within the same project proposal, we can have different stages. So when idea is coming, let's say my idea is to just implement one ERP in my organization. This is my idea. So this idea itself will have, once this idea, whether we should go to implement any ERP or not, that will be created as an idea. And once it is approved, then it will go to proposal creation, project proposal creation. So in proposal, here when we are creating, it will have different stages, different phases. Okay, so like you can see here, concept created, then it is going to feasibility, then it is going to design, then production ramp up, and then handover. So it is having this concept, this idea is having multiple stages. So this one stage is taken as a concept. So here we can do the decision support, we can do the financial planning, we can do all these capacity planning, we can manage NPV, net present value, ECV, ROI. Once it is done, then only it is going to approve. Once if it is a fitting as per my organization need, then it will go for the approval. So there are some different tools which are supporting us to manage the proposal at initial stage. So here we are having two different tools. One is the questionnaires and other is scoring model. So it is like a, you can manage, you can enter the data, you can feed the data as per the current condition, and then system will calculate whether this project is suitable for you or not in the form of success factor. It will give you some value that this is the project which is scoring this much. So according to score, you can compare the different concept, different proposals, and then you can approve it. So in this stage, we can do the risk assessment, we can do the commercial success, total score. When we'll go in the more detail of this course, we'll study all these things. Yeah, so scoring model also will have based on the different data, whatever we have entered, it will be analyzed and system will propose you one calculated score. Okay, and then we are having different reportings here, dashboard reportings, and then it will go for the project planning. So here, once your proposal is approved, then it will go for the project planning. Here in the planning, we will create a different rules, the roles as per the requirement of your project. So let's say if it is an IT project, you need developer, you need project manager, you need integration manager. If it is a construction project, you need project manager, you need plumbing engineer, you need so as per your project need, you need to create different roles, and then it will be the individual the schedule need to be prepared, and then finally you will do the resource assignment. So here is the place where it is going to integrate with all the different modules. So here it is a PPM, then it is going to integrate with your project system, and project system can be integrated with EPC, Enterprise Project Connection, your MSP or Primavera system. Okay, once it is done, once your project planning is done, your schedule is ready, your integration with project system, it is ready, and then it is integrated with EPC and MSP, then finally it will go for resource allocation. So individual resource will be assigned to your individual task in the project. You can see all the demand here, you can see whatever the staffing has happened. Staffing means once resource will be allocated to your project, we are calling it as staffing. So here you can check project staffing, direct staffing. If it is through resource manager, you see in the IT companies, we used to have one person sitting centrally, and then he's assigning all the resources. Candidate manager, the direct supervisor. So how it has happened, all these reports you can see in your S4HANA system. Then execution and monitoring, you can see some of reports. These are the bubble chart or bar chart. All these reports you can track it here. Risk, cost and budget, scheduling and staffing. Apart from that, financial and capacity KPIs, development cost, NPV, net present value, and commercial values, etc. you can check. So these are some of reports, and here I have just gone through the complete business process. Okay, it is just overview, like how we are moving from one module to another module. Okay, and in next session I'll take you through the detail from the starting. What is the mission and vision of the organization, then what is the strategic rule, how you can manage all these strategic rule and portfolio project management, what is a portfolio structure, hierarchies, all these things will go in the more elaboration way. So any question here, please?
So Ram, I mean, you divided the entire thing into three sections. First, your CPM, second, your PPM, and the third one is PS. The combination of
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
sorry, I was disconnected due to network
Oh.
issue.
Yeah, come again, please.
So, like PS is it PS part is mandatory to learn? Like you should have at least one implementation so that you can understand in a big elaborative way for the PPM? Is it kind of requirement in this project? I mean, in this
Not
training?
exactly. PPM you can understand separately also. Okay. Wherever it is going to integrate with project system, the basics of that project system I am covering, like what is project structure, okay, how we can do the planning, initial planning in the project system, all the configuration to manage your master data, like what is a project definition, WBS element, and network activities. The next part comes how we can get this planning data from PPM to PS. That is also I'm covering. Apart from that, whatever actual we are getting from project system back to PPM, that is also I'm covering. But I'm not covering full life cycle of project system here. For that, we are already having separate courses, project system, IM and PS courses. So that batch also
Right.
I have started yesterday only. We are having next session tomorrow. Okay, so if you want to see that batch also, that is just first one overview I have given in my last session, and tomorrow we are going to start exactly what is a project definition, what is WBS element, how you can manage your project to master data, then we'll go for the planning, then budgeting. All these details elaboration will be available in my IMPS course. Okay, but you can understand it is not, it is compulsory. Initial level, at least the basics you should know. Okay, so that I'm already covering, but if you want to become expert in project system, that is a separate one.
No, no, I just want to know because I saw the Monster, Naukri, all these websites like the job profile specifically, like you should have one at least one implementation in PS and PP. I mean, the combination of both. Individually, I hardly saw any kind of jobs in sites
Definitely,
actually.
it is a PS. It will be along with PS only. So whenever you are going to map portfolio project management, you need to understand from the project perspective, PS
Hmm.
perspective, how you are getting the data from PS, and how you need to manage it. Generally, we are having separate consultant in any implementation because PPM itself
Right.
is very vast area. It is not that much of a small, but to map it properly, they should have proper understanding from the project system side also.
So whatever we are going, I mean, you are going to cover in this syllabus for as a PS, so it's enough. Is it right?
Initial level, it is enough, but you need to enhance further.
But for job market, I mean, what your suggestion like? Do I need to go with enhanced level or the basic level is enough to find the job or to get the job?
See, when we are getting any opportunity for PPM, only PPM. So 90% your questions will be from PPM only, 10% from PS side.
Hmm.
Okay, but 10% you need to manage these questions. That is already I'm covering. But if you want to go for that area also, it will not take much time. Once your PPM is finished, then you will be in the position to understand uh, very easily PS side.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And second thing, like, how about the uh, certification part? Like, is it mandatory to get the certification, or like without certification you can go and find the job in
It
the
is not
market?
it is not mandatory, but definitely it is because of certification we are getting more weightage to my CV.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll help you to certify. I'll help you to how you need to study, what is the approach. Okay, all these things I'll explain in this course.
Okay, okay, fine.
Okay, and one second, let me stop this recording.